Hello world, my name is Lanae Gee and welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Today's topic is by popular request and it is called Exclusively Kicking It. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this time I really need to talk to the male subscribers for this segment. I need the mature grown men out there to help us single ladies with this latest part. We ladies need your expert advice on this topic today. We know about Netflix and chill. We know about an affair. We know about a booty call. Please explain to us what in the heck is exclusively kicking it. If you are one of my closest male friends or acquaintances, I reached out to you this past week, to clarify the meaning of this term. Exclusively kicking it is a term that the women are hearing from men that they have been in relationships with for months. Amazingly, most of my male friends were clueless to the term, but some explain it as a man who has no plans to date you, be with you, make a commitment to you ladies, but is willing to indulge in your sweetness at their convenience until someone better comes along. Okay? So in all honesty, we are just serving as temporary place cards for those senseless, immature Jupiterians, which is what I call them. They came from Jupiter, who are in a way using our bodies instead of paying for a prostitute. You are just a glorified call girl. They need you, they called you. They're not interested or they have somebody else. You are on the back burner until they need to be with you again. At least the prostitute is getting paid. And we all get out of this commingling. It means all we are getting out of it is either an unwanted pregnancy if you're below 45, maybe a possible sexually transmitted disease, and a complete loss of all your self-respect. It is much worse for you if you confuse this effortless commingling for a real relationship and fall hopelessly in love with a guy who was not even planning to date you in the first place. How depreciated. In doing this segment, I realized I have been in this exact spot. Most of us have been there. Ladies, am I right or wrong? Most of us have been there, are currently rebuilding our self-esteem after this catastrophe. So we know what it is I'm talking about. You've been there, you just didn't know the name for it. Girls, take it from me, it is not a pleasant scenario. This self-demeaning experience can spiral you into depression if you're not stable or strong enough or with good coping mechanisms to prevent it from happening. So please be careful. Now ladies, if you're dating a younger guy, right? A boy toy, he's tall, hot, sexy, and you're busy getting your well-needed Stella Bruce back scenario, right? We're not talking about you. We're not talking to you anyway. Do whatever you need to get to repair your self-esteem. We are okay with it. In the words of the great Tupac, we'll say, I am mad at you. Do whatever you need to do. More power to you. Have your fun, but please secure your vital documents. You are only there to get your bruise repaired, not to start catching feelings. Please don't get it twisted, okay? If you do catch feelings and the poor boy was not planning to be with you for long term, you are breaking your own heart. So please protect your heart. And please break the cycle. I would recommend a period of alone time for self-healing. Be independent because you need your own money. And most of us are dependent on those men so they can do what they need to do or want to do with us because we don't have any funds for ourselves. So we are depending on them to give us some money. And most times we can't get out of those relationships because we need them. Please get a hobby, volunteer, travel, do self-reflections and improvement exercises. Go back to school, I've said that a few times. Get to know your wishes and evaluate your process of engagement. How can you know what to expect in a relationship if you have no clear understanding of what it is you want? You need to know your worth. You need to know what it is you want from a relationship and what you are getting from the relationship and compare. Do a cost analysis to see if it's beneficial to you or get yourself out of there. Although I know a few instances where a boy-toy relationship do work, but it's very rare, guys, okay? And all I'm saying about this is please be careful. Tyler Perry gave us a great example of how horrible a stellar groove repair can be in his movie Fall from Grace. We know, ladies, the movie was popular because it hit very close to home for most of us. Ladies, those of us who will love or can love or capable of loving, we are capable of falling in love and risk losing ourselves and everything we have in those relationships. I can tell you from experience that you can love someone so much that you bankrupt yourself trying to cater to his every wish. By the time you realize or reality hits, it's much too late. The guy has moved on to his next victim and you're left alone creating a GoFundMe page to pay for your rent and buy groceries. Be careful, okay? Lots of takers are out there, lots of users out there, and I'm not talking about that today. So we will leave this topic for another segment. Now, ladies, if the man is almost 50 and he's telling us some BS about exclusively kicking it, you need to kick his confused, almost dead medication needed butt to the curb without even a goodbye. Don't waste a second on him. Just level up. Put in an emergency request for an upgrade for somebody else. He's out there, guys. Trust me, they have about 3 or 4 at one time saying hello to you. Pick a different one. Move on, okay? Don't ever get angry because you should have seen the signs. If he's 50, never been in a long-term relationship, has never married anyone, this is not going to end well with you. These people are confirmed bachelors or male social butterfly. They are just testing the waters and not interested in love or commitment with you or anyone else, okay? They don't have it in them to be in a relationship with you. So please save all for your husband. A man that is of age and is a pro at exclusively kicking it is not going to be falling in love with you, especially after 50. He's looking for somebody much younger in their 20s to do his bucket list with or to do the midlife crisis that he's having. Now, if he decides, guys, I'm talking to you now. If you decide that the girl that you meet is a kicking it specimen, to avoid the falling into drama associated with most women, you know we are an emotional being or creatures. Just tell us. Clarify beforehand. Tell us your status, what it is that you're looking for. We would like to know. Let her be on the same wavelength so she's not upset. If everything falls down, she knows where you're coming from. If you do, then there will be no expectations or disappointments like I did in one of my previous videos. Unfortunately, ladies, we have to hold ourselves accountable for most of these men. They were predominantly raised and spoiled by us, especially if we were single parents. Ladies, to avoid being a victim, assess your current relationship status to see if you're not in any kicking it status, exclusively or randomly. Because sometimes you can find yourself in these situations and you don't even know you're there. First of all, the first thing you do when you meet a man, wherever you pick him up, I don't care. Online, on ground, hospitalized, from jail, wherever you pick him up, run a background check on him. Pay Google. Google will tell you everything you need to know about that man. Run a background check on him before going out. See who is listed as his next of kin. Then verify if it's his wife or his mother that's the next of kin. And furthermore, anybody you're going out with, you should have at least 2 of your friends or relatives aware of who he is. Okay? Get his name, his address, everything about him, and send it so if God forbid your body doesn't come back home. Right? Check for any criminal records, especially any history of domestic violence. If there is any, please run. You can't rehabilitate a grown man above 40. Don't even try, ladies. It's not worth it. No, ladies, you can't fix him. You may change a few things about yourself for him, but he's stuck in his ways. He's exclusively kicking it with you. With your very first complaint, he will disappear like a thief in the night. So don't even have any complaints, don't have issues. You should just make it as perfect as possible for him, because the minute he has to do anything extra, he'll be moving on to somebody who doesn't need him to do anything. Ladies, if you have sex numerous times with a man who claims to be single and he has yet to officially take you out on a date, he's just kicking it, which is what we're talking about. Now, especially if you see other, you only see each other at nights and you can't even recognize each other in the daylight or during the day, again, he's just kicking it with you. If every time you guys make plans, he's conveniently busy, he cancels, or he always has some excuse, granted, his excuses are valid. You can see them, you know him well enough to know he has to take his kids somewhere, his kids are sick, he has to be at work, he always comes up with some good excuses. Sorry to say, he is also kicking it. So some of those signs we can pick up, guys, before it gets too late. Please start seeing the signs and stop wasting months and months on a relationship that your instinct clearly identify as fake. You would know right there and then, your instincts would tell you. Ladies, do you see how far we have fallen from grace? We have abolished the no sex before marriage rule, right? And now we are at sex without commitments. And we did all of these just to please the men, because we feel like if we don't give them what they want, they'll move to the next available woman. Then now we are lowered our standards to sex without dating. Now they don't even have to date us. They just need to call us or text us, and we are ready to just give them our garden as if that's the only thing available, without them doing anything. No efforts, no date, no flowers, no nothing. They don't even need to know your middle name, and you're having sex. Why? How many paradigm changes we need to do for our men to change their lives around to respect us? How many? We know that they are not serious about us the minute that they are dating you and they never inquire about your day. How was your day? Simple question. They don't care. How is your life going? They really don't care. If you have children, did they ask about your kids? They don't care. Or if you have any issues, the minute you start talking to them, they glaze out somewhere into direction, because all they need you here is to have sex. They didn't need you to come over to discuss your business or whatever your issues are, because guess what? They are not planning to be there long enough to make a difference, and they're not planning to fix any of your issues. They didn't come there for that. They only there for sex. So you're either jumping over to their home or they are jumping over to yours. Give them the sex. 2 seconds later, they may not even stay and fall asleep, and they leave. So again, why are you doing that? Any sex without dating or an attempt to get to know you, to me, is glorified booty call. Period. Newsflash. We can fix this demeaning, self-loathing behavior by having some standards, ladies. Start small. You don't have to have all the standards in the world, right? Stop giving in to your hormones and his itch, because you know he's only texting you when he has an itch. You remember the guys who stay away for weeks, you have not heard from them for days, and all of a sudden they come in and say, oh, hi, and you're entertaining it. Why are you entertaining that? He was gone for a whole week. Did he remember to say hi? So if he didn't say hi, most likely he was kicking it with somebody else. And then the kicking it stopped now. He needs a break. Oh, guess what? Maybe she's on her period, so he needs a new person, right? And I know it's hard for us, especially if we want this man more than our oxygen that we breathe. Now, if he's fine, tall, right? You could see him in all your dreams, right? Doesn't mean you have to fall for his lies. Keep it up. Hold on to your treasure as long as you can. And please wait for your king, because he will come. Go down your checklist. Evaluate if he checks out all your boxes on your list, or at least the major boxes that you want him to check. Please know what you need before exploring this aspect of your life. Do not settle. Learn to be okay with yourself. If the guy doesn't meet your criteria, regardless of how great he is or looks, let him go. He's not yours. He's somebody else's. Because eventually he'll meet somebody he loves, and all the stuff he never did with you, he'll do with them. So let him move on to the person that will let him, that he will feel like he needs to do all these things for. Please let him go. Holding on to him would not make a difference. It's okay to miss this available man. Another one will come along. There is no shortage of good men. Just learn to date without sex, because a good one will come. Do not have sex to keep a man. It doesn't work. No, trust me, it doesn't. When you meet a man, let him prove his intent to you. The man who really wants you in his life will be there without the excuses. He will call. He will check on you. He will treat you like a lady. He will make non-sexual efforts for you or your time because he's into you. Now then, only then, he will deserve to know what you look like in places where other people can see. Stop showing up every time he has an itch and he texts you. Stop being so readily available. And we do that. The last man I said hi to said he couldn't possibly meet me because, God forbid, I was always talking to him. They need you to ignore them at times. They need that. Stop behaving like wives when you don't have a ring on it. He's only kicking it with you. You can't be cooking and cleaning and doing laundry and all of this. Don't do none of that. Let it go. Let him cook his own food. I would say bloody food, but then you never know who else is watching me. So please, let him cook his own food. Let him do his own laundry. Let him do his own stuff. If he doesn't know how to do it, let him go back to his mother's house. Because, God forbid, by the time he'll need somebody, he will make an effort. But if he's making no effort and he can't cook and he can't clean and you're having sex, what are you doing? What's the point? Now, if this poor man has been dating you for 6, 7, 8 months, right? Well, not dating, sleeping with you, because if he's dating you, you don't need to meet people yet. You're dating each other, you're getting to know each other fine. But if you're dating, if you're sleeping with this man, and you guys have had no dates, no daytime activities, you're not his girlfriend, he's just kicking it. If he has not introduced you to anybody in his family, his friends, he's not planning to be with you. So ladies, to be in love, we know we need to be vulnerable. Just be sure the individual is there to protect you in your fragile state. Because when you're in love, you're very weak and you let him get away with murder. So please, know your worth. So all I'm saying for you guys is know who you're sleeping with. And if you're sleeping with him because, God forbid, he's so fine, you don't want to leave him, you're used to him, ask him. Just ask him a simple question. Where is this relationship going? Because they'll tell you. They'll surely tell you what is happening. You just need to ask the question. But if you're asking no questions, they don't like complications. So they won't volunteer and give you any information unless if you ask. Ask them, and ask early enough what it is that they want in a relationship. What is it they're looking for in a relationship? And do they feel like you meet criteria for this relationship? Because they have criteria just like you. Just know what it is that you want. Or else you'll be sitting there crying, eat stuffing yourself with Oreos, drinking wine until you're drunk, and listening to Selena Gomez's new song, latest song. I had to lose you to love me or find me. Let it go. So if this person is not who you should be with, or this person is not checking out all your boxes, let him go, my darlings. Let him go. You'll find somebody else, okay? I see people in their 80s, 90s in the nursing home, still hooking up. What do you think? You're not going to get somebody? Yes, you will. Let it go. And start learning how to live with you. Love you. Enjoy spending time alone. I love being by myself. Read a book for a change. Go read my book. Now, thanks for watching. Please enjoy the rest of your week. And please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. My book, Forbidden Encounters, is still on Amazon. Check it out. And with the link below. Until next time, please have fun. And again, ladies, be careful. Just be careful. Because you have to protect yourself. You can only love people after you've loved yourself. Have a good day.